Have you ever thought about religion? It is a very important part of the average American's life, but it's on a decline. Baby boomers born between 1946 and 1964, 92% of them say they believe in a higher power. 59% say that is very important to them in their everyday lives, and 51% of them attend church on a weekly basis. My generation, the millennials born between 1990 and 1996, 80% of them say that they believe in God, 28% say that it is very important in their everyday lives, and 28% of that group say they attend church on a weekly basis. Religion is on a decline. In 2007, polls were taken saying that 16.1% of Americans identified as atheist and agnostic. In 2014, 22.8% identified as atheist and agnostic, and 70.6% identified as Christians. Religion is something that's passed down from generation to generation and a leading factor of religious beliefs. That is why Christianity is the biggest religion in the U.S. Is religion a good thing to pass down from generation to generation, though? Of course, if you believe in heaven and hell, you don't want to see your friends and family end up there. But is that just a scare tactic to spread religion? Mark Joseph Stern gave some good reasons why it is good to teach your kids religion. He did an experiment, and he explained that kids raised with religion are normally psychologically better than kids without it. And kids who attend religious services tend to respond better to discipline and have better self-control. But can we teach these morals without God? Morals are culturally learned, but I've had many Christians tell me that if God doesn't exist, there would be no morals. It'd be okay to murder, it'd be okay to steal, it'd be okay to commit adultery, because there would be no God to tell you otherwise. But these actions have negative consequences to him. According to Hemant Mehta, a child knows that stealing is wrong because they don't want it to happen to them. This line of thinking is very important because it involves reason for your actions. I believe that teaching my child proper precautions rather than scaring them into believing my religion is way more beneficial to raise a child to be a free thinker. We also have to understand when teaching the Bible that children have fragile minds. Thinking of ideas such as Jesus dying for our sins and being hanged on a cross, or the idea of a rapture and God coming back and burning the world, or the idea of heaven and hell, if you do not believe in this, you're going to spend eternal torment and fire. These are all scare tactics, and this sticks with somebody forever. That's not something kids' minds are too fragile to hold on to that kind of stuff. Due to being taught with things such as this at such a young age, also creates closed minds to new ideas and concepts as you grow up. There are scientific facts that support evolution, but according to Vanessa Wamsley, children that believe in creationism cannot grasp ideas of evolution because it goes against the idea of supernatural power creating the world. I believe that ideas of creation should wait until an older age. Individuals are allowed to take what they want out of religion and science without pressure from other people. And as you're older, you can grasp that and understand that more reasonably. Hemant Mehta goes on to explain 5 reasons why we shouldn't teach religion to our kids. Religion teaches children to do the right thing for the wrong reasons. He goes on to explain that we don't lie because it's a sin. We lie because it's a bad thing. If we want people to be honest with us, we should be honest to them. Religion teaches kids morals and values, but it does it through guilt, fear, and shame. The second one he gives us is religion teaches children to suppress their doubts and questions, saying things like, just have faith. We need to use observation, experiments, reason, and logic. The third one he gave us is, kids will believe whatever you tell them. Take ideas such as the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, all of those. But as an adult, if your parents still believe this kind of stuff, it must be the real deal. And I've had many pastors tell me, if you want to convert an individual to Christianity, you have to catch them at a young age. You got to scare them a little bit, right around the ages at 8 and 10. The fourth one that he gave us is that it suggests that faith is a virtue. Religion teaches us to be obedient on faith alone. Go back to the idea of the story of Abraham and Isaac. God told Abraham to go up on the mountain and murder his son Isaac. But they wouldn't call that murder. They would call that commitment. This is a dangerous thing, and we still have this going on, that we are taking drastic actions just because God told us to. We need to teach our kids to ask questions and seek out the answer. The fifth and final one that he gave us is it teaches kids to accept bad explanations. Why do good things happen to bad people? Well, that's just because God wasn't feeling it that day. Sometimes it's okay not to have answers to things. Actually, the most comfort I have sometimes is when I don't have answers to things. He goes on to explain that teaching religion isn't a bad thing, but we need to wait so they can fully understand and comprehend the principles of religion. In conclusion to this, religion can cause many negative effects to children. It can make them extremely closed-minded on the way they think, and having a closed mind and not being a free thinker can back up our progression as well as being Americans. Thank you so much.